Barstool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports. I'm Mark Titus. He's Brandon Walker. Today is Thursday, January 18th. We are live from Chicago. And what do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Do you want to see the most offensive gesture possible that might get us canceled?
Oh, shit. Get the dump button ready. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You ready?
Well, you're just doing the Texas Longhorns.
Oh,
yeah, that's their hand signal.
Oh!
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck! What?
You turned it upside down.
What?
Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. I do like the idea of a Texas coach or player walking around. They see this and like, oh, thank God. Okay.
You're one of the good guys.
Oh, no! So first of all, we're gonna have a guest join us in just a minute. So
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. He's on the way. He's gonna be fashionably late, like he is every day to the Yak. But he's coming. He is coming to the show. Did you just spill something on your jersey?
No, I thought I did. But
Okay. All right.
I didn't. That would have been bad.
You want to do
Great jersey.
Jersey Day real quick?
Yeah, I'm wearing a Micah Parsons Dallas Cowboys jersey. Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
No, he's not. No, he's not. That's pretty sick.
Scott Stapp Cowboys jersey.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I can't lie. This isn't mine. You gave this to me this morning, and you know you did.
I did.
You were willing to go along with the charade that this was mine, which I respect, but I can't.
So I've actually had jerseys start to get sent in. And the one I'm wearing, the one you're wearing, and then another one over here have been sent in by fans. And there's no cards on them. I don't know who sends them in. So these are just anonymous jersey submissions. So
It's your incredible jersey.
I didn't buy that one, so you might as well just consider it yours. That is the Scott Stapp Creed. Now you're looking at me. You're like, oh, okay. Well, he just has a standard old Dolphins.
Yep.
That's all that
You're
is.
a Dolphins fan, so this
I'm a
is probably
Dolphins fan.
from,
It makes
like,
a lot of
where you're
sense.
from high school. Or
Well,
something.
and certainly the Dolphins have never been in any piece of pop culture that could be like Scott Stapp and Creed.
Trying to think of what could this be.
Einhorn.
Ray Finkel, Miami Dolphins jersey.
Finkel is Einhorn. I have the Ray Finkel Miami Dolphins jersey. That's also pretty sick, right?
That's very sick.
Yeah, so I got
This
that.
is a great jersey day.
Yeah, it's a good jersey from over here. Now, some people in this room either have run out of jerseys and they've started to, I believe, steal old jerseys and recycle old jerseys that we've had on the show before.
Yep.
Hi, Connor.
I don't know who you're referring to, but this is a jersey that I got from my buddy
From me.
Jack.
You got it
no,
from
no, no.
me. It's literally my jersey. You
I
stole
got
my
it
jersey.
From Jack back in Pennsylvania. It was a part of the haul that he
From
gave
Jack
me.
in Pennsylvania.
I swear. This is a Shaquille ONeal LSU jersey.
Oh, yeah, the exact same jersey.
That's weird. Look at that jersey. And look,
It's like,
but wait,
You've never brought it into the office, though.
but wait, Connor, that's what you're wearing.
It's the exact same
Is
jersey.
yours a large?
Yes.
This is how we
It's
launched
the exact
show.
same size.
No.
The exact same jersey.
That's not how we launched the show.
No, it is.
It
Connor,
was.
that's my jersey. You stole my jersey.
I
Just say
did.
you stole my jersey.
I would never steal anything from you.
The
guys.
evidence is pretty damning.
It's right there.
This is a popular jersey.
It even has the folds exactly where yours has the folds.
Well, I'll try and figure out by the end of the show how to prove that this is.
If this is such a popular jersey, name 3 other people that have this jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Jack.
No,
he doesn't.
you have his.
You have his, which is actually mine.
I don't know.
Hey,
There he is. There he is. Let's. Yeah, I didn't steal anything. Here.
ladies and gentlemen, joining us, one half of a new untold story. Kyle Bauer will be sitting down. Nice shoes.
Thank you.
You're
Those
welcome.
are nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a
Little
jersey.
Jersey Day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That is. Wait, is that a jersey on top of a baseball jersey?
Yeah, I needed an undershirt.
What's the baseball jersey?
I didn't need an undershirt.
No.
I just didn't want.
Yeah,
to
no, but what
show
is it?
Biceps and triceps.
I got it. Baseball jerseys are good.
Jose Ramirez,
Yes.
Indians,
Oh.
under the Bobo.
It's actually well, yeah.
Are you a Bull Bull fan?
I am. I'm a fan of the whole family.
Okay.
You were a Manute guy first.
Manute Bol, yeah. Sudanese.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, he's from Sudan.
Yeah. Is Bol
He's
from
from
Sudan?
a tribe that, like, his mom was 6'10".
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
She could have stepped him down the aisle. And then he's a down-to-earth guy. Like, he's...
Bol is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Well, Manute's dead.
He was, yeah.
No,
he was down-to-earth.
okay.
You said he was dead.
Yeah.
What did he die from being too tall? Because, I know the tall
Yeah,
guys don't live that long.
it was syndrome. It was a syndrome.
Okay.
Marfan's? Is that the
I
tall?
don't- That is one of them.
That's
I
one of
think
the
he had a
tall guys'
different
syndrome.
one.
He had a
Yeah.
different syndrome.
So, what's the height that you are free to live a long, normal life? Because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is like 7'2". He's still going.
Yeah, he's
Is it like 7'4", where it gets a little iffy?
I think it's all dependent on what, like, the actual diagnosis is.
It's all gland related. Like if you've had a freak gland.
Right. I think
Pituitary.
like
what's going on?
Manute, there was more. It was more than just height. Like, and you can even kind of see it.
Now let me ask you this, Kyle. What is your favorite? You have to pick one still image of Manute Bol. Which one are you going with? Are you going with the one in the pool? You going with the one, the Muggsy Bogues? Is there another one that comes to mind?
I think there's a college pic of him guarding. It's not as jarring as the pool. But it's less.
Yeah, we're just trying to do
Off-putting,
this.
I guess.
We need to see the bowl. We need to see the pool pick and the Muggsy Bogues Manute Bowl pick.
Yeah.
I don't remember the.
That's a pretty good
wow,
one.
That's good.
That's a pretty good one. That is. What?
32, 20. Is that 21 blocks or 31? What is that? 31.
31 blocks.
31. No, that's not real. You know, 31 blocks in a game.
Manute Bol was ahead of his time, by the way.
I don't know.
Three-point shooting big man. He used to just step
Yeah.
out and like shoot
Yeah.
threes.
But he didn't. That's the thing. That one game he did it. It was like weird. Like he.
Well, I mean, I don't mean he shot 7 a game, but
No,
I mean, like he would. But that's why it was weird. Is that like guys never did that, and he was like, "Watch this, I can shoot."
That is a fun YouTube highlight. I believe they were playing the Warriors, and he hit.
That one's just.
Look at the hand. The left hand is.
And I've seen it like photoshopped longer.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen that longer too.
That's
Okay,
a pretty good one too.
Okay. You know what my favorite contribution of his is?
What?
And this is like, this transcends sports. This is one of the most important contributions to Western society.
What is it?
He gave us My Bad.
No, surely
He
not.
invented My Bad.
You're saying that when I mess up on a basketball court and I say my bad, it all goes back.
I think
to
it was
Manute
a
Bol.
language barrier thing. It started as pickup basketball slang. It was him.
When do you think it started in the 80s, obviously, because that's when he was going.
You're right.
I'm trying to think of the first time I remember my bad. It was definitely in the 80s, so maybe I was an early adopter.
That was
but it was
Manute
him.
Bol. And My Bad is so important.
It's very
Because sorry, you're a pussy.
important. Yes.
And then the Canadians usurped that from us politely.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in between.
Also, my bad does give
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got My Bad is so important.
gives yourself ownership of what you just did, but it's also
But
not.
not quite. It's not like my fault is too accountable.
My bad is like
You're admitting My Bad is perfect.
my bad is like it's not that big of a deal, but it was on me, right?
Yeah, that was bad, and it's mine.
Yeah.
But it's
But
cool.
we don't need to. But we can move past it now.
Okay, all
We
right.
can immediately move past it. We
All
don't
right.
have to spend any more time talking.
But sorry is I'm a bitch.
Sorry is I'm a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get like I catch myself saying sorry like when
Yeah.
I'm in someone's way on the elevator. And I'm like, it's my bad is the only option.
Have you ever used my bad in a circumstance where a sorry was needed?
Funeral.
You cheat on your girlfriend. You're
My
like,
bad.
"Listen,
That's on me.
that one's on me. That's my bad.
It doesn't rise to the level of sorry. Like I'm glad I did it, but
Yeah.
that's on me.
But what are the other options?
As far as
Like what were cool dudes in the 70s saying?
Apologies.
Wonder.
No.
not a-
Apology.
Apologies.
apologies,
I don't know. I'm thinking of like.
all apologies over Kurt
Yeah.
Cobain walking around. I don't know. I fucked up, but that's too much too.
It's Jim Calhoun.
I think you're right. I don't know when my bad started. I don't know if I can go along with being Manute Bol's.
Let me
But like my bad is very seminal.
That one's on me.
It's like Dusty Baker getting credit for the high five, though, right? Is he really the first high fiver ever? Or
So there are a lot of times.
the high five?
Dusty Baker
Dusty Baker invented the high five.
Invented the high five.
Bobby
yes.
Valentine invented the rap. Dusty Baker invented the high five.
The what?
The
Bobby Valentine?
Yeah, the sandwich rap.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not rap music.
Okay, no, that would be stupid.
Jalen Rose's mom invented the name Jalen. All of these things you
that
hear.
now that one's an important. There's so many Jalen's these days.
Yeah.
That's the light-skinned Chris.
It really is. Jalen's everywhere. There's so many Jalen's.
That's not. But I mean,
And then it gave birth to Kalen's and
it's important. But my bad and the high five are way more important. Who cares what someone?
you watch a basketball or football game without a Jalen now.
Oh, you watch a basketball game without a high five or my bad.
That's true. all these things.
There are way more high fives and my bads than Jalen's.
What we got here? My bad. By the time of Bowles' death, it made the claim had made its way to the Washington Post and even the Economist. So,
Yeah.
turning his teammates onto odd turns of phrase like "my bad." Okay, that's fine.
Or maybe he didn't
Used by
invent
college
it.
players
He popularized it.
as street as Rex Chapman.
Oh, no.
How
No, I forgot about him.
Dwayne Shinsis. You remember him? He had a mullet. He had a terrific mullet. Dwayne Shinsis at Florida. How tall is Bol?
I think he's 7'2", maybe?
Okay, so he didn't get his dad's height.
No.
Which is-
Didn't Tim Hardaway say he was better than Wemby?
Did he?
Shaq's
Shaq
big into the bull propaganda for sure.
Tim Hardaway said
He
a
has
lot
like
of
a
things.
cult following of people who think he's very, very good.
He is good, right?
I don't know.
Well, the thing about the NBA, basically, and I'm not. Basically, all the guys are good, which is a no doubt thing. They're professional basketball players, but there are guys that don't put up massive stats that could.
Yeah.
If they were just given the keys to the car and told, like, shoot as much as you want.
Yeah.
Thanasis.
Yeah, and and people don't believe that because if that's true, then why? Come on, if that's true, why is he averaging 6.5 points a game? The reason he's averaging 6.5 points a game is because he's coming off the bench,
And they have another guy.
and he was told to only shoot when he's wide open. But if you put that guy in the role and said, "All right, you're running the offense, shoot every time you want," that guy could basically. I believe that 85% of the NBA could average 20 points a game if they wanted. I believe that.
Speaking of going back to what you just said, I wonder when No Duh got invented.
That was like
50s?
That was on a sitcom. That was like
that sounds 90s.
Yeah, that's like,
yeah, but it existed before
that's
the
like-
90s. I think it could
no,
have.
that's like Clarissa Explains It All. That was,
Yeah, that's what I'm
that was-
thinking.
yeah.
Clarissa started No Duh?
Clarissa was like, no duh.
I feel like Duh started before.
No,
I
dude, that
think
was-
Duh might have been Brady Bunch. Like, it might have been that far back.
Yeah. But that's not a street thing. That was definitely a white people sitcom thing.
Yeah, No Duh.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever the first,
Yeah, right.
first
You gotta get sassy with No
moving their
Duh.
head that way. No duh.
Why the change to the bandana, Kyle?
I just don't like haircuts. I don't like rocking a hairstyle.
I don't either, man. I told Brandon.
But you
bathroom,
can. Yeah.
But I told him that today I need a haircut and I don't know what to do. And
Yeah,
one suggestion.
I got an
was
idea.
thrown out.
maybe get a haircut.
Yeah, I was get a haircut. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, and then I hate haircuts. I hate rocking a new
Yeah,
hairstyle.
right.
I just don't
Right.
like it.
Do y'all like the act of getting your haircut? It's one of my
No.
least favorite things.
Unless-
Absolutely despise it.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I can't stand getting my haircut.
Too many questions. Too many.
The breath on your face?
Too many.
Yeah, just none of it's good.
Since I've started growing out my hair, I have to go to a salon type because I realize like the barber. I love going to the barber shops, but the dudes don't know how to do anything other than just like a tight fade. So they were fucking up the hair, so I had to like go to salons. But then the problem with the salons is they ask way too many questions. They're like,
Yeah.
how often do you wash your hair? And I'm like, lady, I don't know. Why are you giving me the full court press? here?
Lady,
Lady,
Yeah.
that's a funny way to
Come
start
on,
it. Say, lady, come on.
lady, come on.
Dude, I had Uzbekis in New York. Everyone was like Uzbeki, Central Asian, Russian.
Yeah.
Who's Becky?
I feel like you use a different ethnicity every time you go get a haircut.
Because I can't tell. It's like that Dagus. It's like that southern
Yeah.
Russia feel,
Uh-huh.
and they see the cauliflower ear and go crazy with like MMA sambo questions, and they don't. When I ask them to repeat themselves, they don't raise their voice or talk more clearly. That's like not in Russian culture.
They just run it back.
to respect. Yeah, it's like feminine to not whisper.
Is it crazy that I thought Serbia might be in Asia, and I had either in Eastern Europe or possibly
You don't.
over
No.
in Asia.
No.
Where'd I have it?
You're sugarcoating what happened.
What'd I say?
You said it was in Asia. You never said I think it might be in Eastern Europe or Asia or whatever. You're just like that's in Asia.
Serbia?
Matter of fact, yeah.
Yeah, that's
matter of fact,
stupid, yeah.
No, it gets close to the line, doesn't it?
Not enough.
Okay. All right.
Not enough. But I guess Serbia is like the Indiana basketball of Europe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw some footage. Like that's the best fanfare in the world.
Yeah, in 26 Eastern European countries, it's just basketball, but this is Serbia. That's what they say.
Serbia has a 94-foot basketball court in its airport. Isn't there a movement that Serbian women are the hottest in the world right now? I feel like they're enjoying
Not a
this
chance. Not a chance. I would say they'd be in like the middle percentile.
Really?
I think Albanian is what you're thinking of.
No, I think I've seen
People
Serbian
are
women
caping
being
for
called Albanian. Really? I think I've seen Serbia being caped for as the #1 hottest women country.
Actually, yeah, they're like sun-kissed.
Albania is just Kardashian propaganda. That's what that is.
Is it?
That's
yeah,
what
they're-
it is.
that's
Are they
what it
Albanian?
is. Yeah, I think they got a little skosh of the Albanianism.
Now, where's Albania? It's in Eastern Europe.
Europe.
It's all in Eastern
It's
Europe.
all. It's all.
Yeah, it's all the Caucasus region.
Okay.
It's all Eastern
Or
Europe.
not the Caucasus region, the Balkan region.
That was
Jesus
crazy. Jesus
Christ.
Christ, Kyle.
TJ, what's your jersey? By the way, welcome back, TJ.
Hey guys.
What's up,
I'm
TJ?
back.
Stephanie did a good job in your absence, but we're glad to see you back.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna have a job when I came back. A lot of people in the chat talking shit. I saw it all.
They were. They were.
Also, I'm a funeral merchant, is what I'm being called.
Yeah. You are.
No,
I gotta-
while you were away, we got and by we I mean I got obsessed with the idea of calling things merchant.
Mm.
Just yeah.
Soccer origins.
Yeah, and I don't understand where it came from. And
Soccer.
we got it. Yeah, I do now, but like at the time, we were getting a little reckless just calling things
Yeah.
blank merchants. So
Yeah, you had a funeral at the wrong time.
so you know what
right.
I'll say, TJ, my bad.
Thanks.
That's nice.
That's my bad.
No doubt.
Really nice.
I got a The Rock jersey.
Sick.
The Rock. Oh shit.
Oh, that's Brian. Oh, that's a pretty good one.
It was sent in by
Do you have a
Sean
is that a clipboard?
Burkett. No, it's the mailing envelope.
Oh, okay.
What is on the front? What is that logo?
Just
That's
the Brahma
the,
Bull.
Nobody's leaving me return addresses when they send me shit.
You remember Anthrax?
The band or the
Mhm.
thing that'll kill you?
No, the thing that'll kill you. Remember that time in America?
Yeah, when you just open up a
Culture.
letter and you
Yeah.
would be scared. Even though I was, I was in middle of West Point, Mississippi. Who's going to send me
Yeah.
anthrax? But everybody was
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah, that was the exact thought I had when our 8th grade football game got canceled on the Thursday after 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there just thinking like, I don't think they're gonna fly planes into the fucking 8th grade football field. in Brownsburg.
I don't think we're the next step.
I don't think I think we can play the game, right?
Bin
then-
Laden's over there.
Wait, yeah, the Thursday after?
It was, yeah,
That's
and
2
all-
days though, right?
Oh, the
yeah.
2
It
days.
was, it was 2 days after
Oh, but 48 hours.
Yeah.
because it was on a Tuesday, right?
Indiana.
We're all
Yeah.
confused. Yeah.
Yeah, we got. To be fair, we got the news on that Thursday morning.
Did you
We
play
traveled
you play
slow.
next Thursday?
I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, all the adults explained to me that we need to have a little bit of time of mourning.
I do like
That was-
Bin Laden sitting in a cave
play
and
the
planning
fucking
it,
game.
planning it out. Like we're gonna hit these two towers right here, then we're gonna swing by Washington D.C., and then we're going to Brownsburg, Indiana.
And then we're gonna fuck up the undefeated run that the 8th grade Brownsburg football team is on. They're looking to go 8-0.
We gotta get
They're
these
5-0
dogs,
right
man.
now. Yeah. Yeah, and they got Avon coming in. We gotta.
So last night the Texas Longhorns lose to the UCF basketball team. Right.
Yep.
And UCF comes back from 16 and beats them. By the way, UCF a little salty. Anyway,
What do you mean by that?
they've already beaten. Didn't they beat Kansas? Who they beat?
What does salty even mean now?
Salty means
I thought that means you're a pussy bitch.
no. Okay, I think there's
Salty used
Salty
It's like jealous.
has multiple meanings.
salty used to mean you're like a weathered sailor.
I think
Yeah,
salty
you're
can mean
jealous.
tough.
Now it means there is, like some people in the wrestling world will call like a tough, gritty match salty.
Salty. Yeah.
But I don't like it.
I can't keep up.
Okay.
I thought the way I interpreted you using that was like UCF is our
UCF's a gritty, tough team.
Okay, all right,
They've already beaten Kansas, correct?
correct.
So they're good. And in the post game handshake line, you had some UCF guys doing the time honored tradition. Whenever you beat Texas, you throw the horns down
Yes.
because fuck them, right? You just
Yes.
beat them. And the Texas coach lost
Rodney
his mind.
Terry, yeah, looks like Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Does he?
Which you would know. You haven't seen Breaking Bad.
I'm aware of Gus Fring. I've watched it on TikTok before.
Yeah, we'll pull up.
He's the guy that owned the little restaurant.
Pull up Rodney Terry.
Dude, that's like discovering like a decent drug for the first time. You will very much enjoy your
watching a show on TikTok.
No, starting Breaking Bad for the first time.
Oh, he told me yesterday I should start it.
Absolutely.
You should start it. It's worth your time.
Did you watch The Bear?
No, I didn't watch The Bear. I watched.
Did you go home last night and watch every episode of The Bear?
No, I went home and watched. I watched the first episode of Ted.
He said he was going to watch the first episode of The Bear, but
I did.
Ted is in.
I did.
Well, that is a bear.
Ted is a bear. That's what I watched. I thought that's what you were telling me to go watch.
Oh, okay.
Ted's not bad for what it is. It's pretty good. Anyway,
Ted is
the little bear.
The
Seth
bear.
MacFarlane. Yeah.
You watch that?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
an episode, just to see if I liked it.
It's a
your
movie.
speed, yeah.
And I'm going.
It's a movie.
I'm not sure that was an insult or not.
It was made into a
It's a TV show now.
It's a TV show.
series
now?
Yeah,
like
it's on Peacock.
Australia.
Yeah.
Oh.
So stream-
Okay, there was Gus Fring and Rodney Terry. Huh?
That is Gus Fring a little bit. Well, now it's not.
Wow, that. You're right. Okay.
Right?
So he got mad that they were doing horns down. Now, at what point will the University of Texas and its players, fans, and administration realize they look like baby back bitches when they complain about horns?
Yeah, and at what point will they realize that the more you complain, the more people are going to do it?
Yes.
The fastest way to get this to go away and no one to ever do horns down again is to not be bothered by it.
But why do
Yet
they
do
feel
the exact opposite?
Why do they feel they have the cachet or the ability to not be chirped when they lose? Like,
Yeah.
I see Florida lose and people do this to them on the
Yes.
football field. I see Florida State lose. People do this in a mocking fashion. So why does Texas believe this is so sacred it can't be turned into this?
Yeah.
Anybody?
I do not know. I do not know.
I mean, it's college sports being irrational is just that's more of a tradition than anything.
It is the most emotional sport universe we have.
Yeah, especially Texas.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, I have a further point on this because 2 nights ago we had Nate Oates pushing a guy, right?
Yes.
Because of the control, the roster size, and their importance, I believe college basketball coaches might be the pettiest and most sensitive coaches on the planet. Can you give me a group of coaches more petty and sensitive than college basketball coaches? Because it seems like we're getting 2 or 3 coaches exist in the universe where it creates these sensitivities more than anything else.
College football coaches. That's the only other. I mean,
The
as Kyle said, it's college sports in general.
Yeah.
Just like irrational.
The difference to me there is sometimes they can hide. Like the handshake, there's 200 people on the field. The handshake can be quick sometimes, but college basketball coaches are right out there in front of everybody, and it's harder to hide.
The other difference about basketball is you go through slumps. You don't really go through slumps as a football team, really, because if you go through a slump, you're just a bad team.
Yeah.
You don't have time to.
Yeah.
There's never like a good team that's like we're just going through a little. Rough
You can't go through a
Okay,
slump
you
in
don't go-
football.
Yeah, you don't
No,
go through
no.
a slump really in college
Yeah.
football. But in basketball, no matter how good you are,
It's
there,
going to happen.
there will eventually be a little stretch where you're losing, and that's when the entitled coaches that are used to winning just
Start pushing players.
Yeah, they start reeling a little bit, and you see irrational behavior.
Kyle, in college wrestling, were there ever coach-to-player conflicts?
No, not really. Like opposing,
Yeah.
very rarely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
'Cause-
not a lot of theatrics.
Because that seems like a sport where everybody's already keyed up and like fighting. Really, right?
Yeah, that feels like the sport where coaches would put their hands on the opposing players
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
You would think.
You would think,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
the
wrestling-
coach-
That's more of own team. Like, because college wrestling is weird because the coaches are fucking up the kids in
they wrestle
practice
you.
every
Yeah,
day.
Yeah.
And, like, that's when it gets dicey. Like,
When-
there's more incidences where the coach did too much to his own guy.
It whips too much ass.
Yeah.
Does the coach ever get his ass whipped and get mad at that?
Yeah, there's like it's like some coaches, the aging ones who
Yeah.
were like once world beaters. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure that's an issue. Yeah.
I mean, I do love that clip of the wrestling coach that when the guy's coming off and he just slams him to the ground. I know he does it in celebration, right? You know what I'm talking about?
That's a new trend.
Is
Where,
it?
like if you win a big match, you'll celebrate by throwing your coach, lat dropping your coach.
Yeah, and then the coach in this occasion kind of gave him a little juke step and spun
Did
him
it back
around.
to him,
did it
yeah.
back to him.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Everybody's having fun there.
we need that trend to.
That's fun. Yeah.
We need that trend to trickle into other sports, like
Or to the show.
Football,
throwing.
you tackle your coach.
Yeah, tackle.
You
your
just tackle him to the ground.
What would you do in baseball?
Take him yard. Have your coach come out and
He tosses every
toss
time.
you a ball. and
Every time you go back to the
fucking
dugout, he
smoke it.
soft tosses you
Yeah,
one.
You just fucking smoke it into the crowd.
Good clip. Good
Oh,
clip.
go! I missed the clip. Run it. back.
This is what state is
So he
this?
wins.
Was this
Does the
it?
shark fin?
Oh, this isn't it.
That's wild.
That was
That's
pretty
pretty-
clean.
that's pretty
that was pretty
cool.
clean.
That was a good
Pretty
one.
cool.
There's one. I don't even know how you'd pull it up if that's what brought it up. But there's there's one where the player and the coach hug, and the player looks like he tries to do it, and the coach does it to him, and it's
I've seen that. Yeah.
yeah. Let's see what.
One thing, I think the first
There
down.
it is. There it is. There it is. Nope.
Oh,
He slammed the shit out of him. Yep. Sorry.
I think when the player does the first down gesture for his team.
Yeah.
I think those should be allotted like timeouts, so they have more significance.
Kyle, I'm just gonna go ahead and say something. I think that's one of the more brilliant things I've had brought up on this.
'Cause they
show.
mean nothing, right? Like,
Right.
I'm so sick of like every player is going to do it regardless. I want that to have some merit.
you
So they should
also
get 3.5 or maybe 1.5.
or I think you get unlimited if it's 3rd and 15 or longer, and you pick up the first. Like if it's
Okay.
3rd and long, and you make a great play to get the first down.
What if it's 4th and 1? That's a big first down too.
Yeah.
And
'Cause I like Kyle's idea, but like if it's like 3rd and 23,
It now
and you make a
almost
catch and
means like
double
the
coverage,
opposite.
that's-
Like I'm
yeah.
just muting that in my head. That doesn't mean anything.
yeah.
What do y'all think about the this one, that one?
This is you're smelling the vagina on your finger.
That's what I've always
that's what-
heard. That's what I've always
It's
heard.
that I'm, or you're sniffing coke.
Why would you have it on the back?
I
of your
don't
finger?
know. Why would you have vagina on the back of your finger?
Well, because your finger's all up in that vagina. I think
but
that's what I've heard. I don't really know how pussies work. But they sound wonderful. Yeah, but this one where
that one looks especially bad with football players because you have the face mask in front of you. Like
Yeah.
the Baker Mayfield's been doing that, and he's got like his face mask right here, and he takes his finger in front of his face
No,
mask,
that
Yeah.
doesn't work.
and it's like not even under his nose. He
Like
just
he's-
takes it like in front of the face mask as though this
he's
is where my
cleaning
nose.
snow off the
Yeah.
face mask.
It's kind. I think it's kind of sick in basketball when guys hit a big shot and they're just. But are you wiping snot off your nose?
It might be snot.
I don't know what.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I thought it was slime.
I always thought it was.
Slime.
I always thought it was pussy too.
Slime.
Yeah.
Why slime?
Slime.
Because you know how they say, like, oh, that's my slime?
no,
I don't know, like,
no, I
you
don't.
might
know how
be
they
Nicky,
say
Nicky
that.
Smoke says that all the time.
That's
Like
That's-
it's like an Atlanta thing, I would assume.
Yeah, it's Atlanta, Florida, maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Atlanta and Florida, yeah, the big two.
When you say they, what do you mean by that? When they say
athletes.
that, okay.
The my bads. Yeah.
But Nicky Smoke says, oh, yeah, that's my slime.
By the way, Connor, did you got my Venmo?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it off air, but we're here now, and I don't want to make it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Because you had asked for, and by the way, just so you, I mean, yeah, this is awkward. I was gonna do this off air, but we're here now. Since it got brought up, I meant to give you $100. I know you only asked for 25, but I meant to give you 100.
It was totally.
That wasn't an accident. So like, if you're feeling awkward about that, like you don't have to be. I was doing it to just be a nice guy, and again, I didn't really want.
Doesn't
to do
seem awkward.
I didn't want
No.
to do this on air, but it got brought up. So
It was totally unnecessary, but I appreciate it.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
You're a good man.
Just making sure. Because I know you had texted Brandon and I about paying you back for the Yak draft. You went out and got us groceries, and
Yeah.
Well,
and you had asked for $25, and I sent 100, and I just like it was in my. I saw your face. It was in my head. I was like, I wonder if Connor's thinking like, did he overpay me on purpose? Was that an accident? Should I give him money? No, I did it on purpose. I wanted to talk to you about it off air. Somehow it got brought up on the show.
we're running on like a 3-minute conversation now. Where
Yeah, and I did not want to talk about it, but it did get brought up.
You gave him an overwhelming surplus of cash.
Yeah.
And your move was
Well, I wanted to thank him right there. Also, I have to thank Stephen Che because I went and picked up groceries for him, and he also threw me some extra cash, which was, again, not necessary.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did, yeah. I texted Brandon and Mark yesterday asking just for $25, and Mark was very generous. And
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to put you on. I'm sorry to make this a thing.
So it sounds
I
like
didn't mean-
everybody's made it right. Everybody's
Yeah, I'm
you've
sorry.
Got,
yeah, I mean,
you've got more money than you started with, so I think it's good.
Brandon did say that he would send me the $25 when he got home.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going back to Mississippi for a while.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get home, you got it.
All right.
And now I know that you're in plus money. Like, you're way in plus money. So what would my $25 even do at this point?
It's true. Yeah, no, you don't have to pay me the $25, but you did say when you got home you would pay.
You did say that, yeah.
Mark paid almost immediately.
Yeah, and I paid 4 times the amount that he asked for.
Well, I was driving at the time, and there's snow on the road. There's ice on the roads. I couldn't be expected to pay while I was driving. And that's dangerous.
And this is exactly why I didn't want to do this on air. And now we're seeing why we didn't want to do this. But it did get brought up, and I felt like we should
All right.
address it.
Remember my question yesterday, or my statement yesterday, that college basketball coaches who get demonstrative on the sidelines and look like they're playing defense?
Yeah.
And I said maybe we should consider every now and then just letting them play defense as a part of their team, letting them be 6-on-5. So it led me to this question. Which coach's sport would prove to be the biggest advantage if he could go in for a play on his team?
I'll start with wrestling.
Yeah, I was gonna say high school wrestling.
But that's 1-on-1. So now
Okay, team sport.
now it's all of a sudden 2-on-1. That would be quite unfair. But team sport, sure. I feel like soccer maybe. Those guys know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which sport has like the most
6-on-5
recent?
would be unfair. I don't know. Like the premise.
It's all unfair. Yeah.
So wrestling.
But what's the wrestling coach even going to do?
Okay, if you could sub in one guy for a coach, what sport would be the most advantageous?
Oh, I got a booger. Okay. Sub in.
Football, obviously not.
No, because the coach is not.
Basketball, probably not.
Only if you need an extra defender, I think. And a baseball manager, I don't think is going to be able to do much, right?
No. Basketball. It could be college basketball. Honestly, that might be the answer.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it more.
I mean,
It's got to be.
I do love the image of you looking up and all of a sudden a guy in a suit and tie is leading a 3-on-2 fast break. That's funny to me.
So who would be the best?
Probably Shaka Smart and be up there,
in
right?
college basketball?
Jawan Howard on the block, maybe.
Penny Hardaway. Jerry Stackhouse is the answer.
Yeah,
because Vanderbilt sucks ass.
Yeah,
and
if Stackhouse
like Vanderbilt.
Minutes, yeah.
The best basketball player on Vanderbilt's bench is Jerry Stackhouse.
It's still weird he's got that job. He hasn't been good he's been there.
He's had some moments, but yeah, Vanderbilt's a tough job.
Yeah, it is
a tough job.
I
think Jerry Stackhouse is a big Windsor knot guy. I think he's got the Merl Hodge trade. I think.
Now, what's the Windsor?
I might be misremembering that.
That's a big fat tie knot?
The Merl Hodge. Merl Hodge made this famous for having the fattest fucking knot you have ever seen on his tie, to where his tie must have gone down to his nipples, and then he'd wear like a vest over top of it.
Let's see Merl Hodge's tie.
Yeah, I would love to see this.
And then I need a Jerry. Yeah, look at Merl.
Yeah,
I think
comically big.
Jesus Christ.
It's a big old knot.
And he doesn't know that it's too big, almost.
Yeah.
Do you think
But his ties must have had the longest ties in the world, because to tie that thing around that many times to create that big a knot would shorten the tie.
He's consistent with it, though.
Yeah.
Do you think he tied it, or you think he had a tire?
Can I get some Jerry Stackhouse pictures too? I might have got that wrong. Jerry Stackhouse might not be that.
I mean, that's pretty reckless if you put him in the Hodge category.
I know.
It's really fucking reckless.
I might have to issue a my bad. I might have to. Yeah, he's not that bad. He's well dressed.
I mean, this is egregious, man.
He's not that bad.
It's not a small knot.
It's not a small knot.
It's not a small knot.
I will say when you see Merl Hodge first,
yeah,
it does fuck up your perspective. Where if you would have saw this first, maybe you think that's kind of a big knot.
You think Hodge has the biggest knot? Is there like a politician or something with a bigger knot?
Are we still talking ties?
I'm just asking.
I can't help but wonder.
I'm asking questions. I wonder what the biggest knot is we've ever seen.
Yeah.
The Balthus knot is the largest tie knot in existence, even bigger than the full Windsor.
Well, let's see a Balthus knot.
You love tying ties. You said this on the Yak yesterday.
I do love.
What was your tie of choice?
Oh wow, that's a big one.
And what is this guy's name again?
I don't like
Mads Mikkelsen.
Who?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Why do you know that?
He's in Star Wars.
Nice.
Rogue One.
That is. Look at that knot, dude.
So that's a style, a genre of knot.
The Balthus.
That's the Balthus.
That's a big old knot.
All right.
The Balthus is as large as necktie knots.
What is your knot of choice?
Due
Do
to
you
the
what
sheer
would you
size of
tie?
the knot.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
Very
I
short.
over here, then around, and through, and then up. So whatever that is.
Take the bunny through the
yeah.
the hole in the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever that is. Just a standard knot, right? Everybody here tie a tie?
I no,
Really?
don't. I refuse.
Yeah, I do. I do the. What's the one that's just like classy as fuck? That's the one I do. It's like the one you see it and you're just like, God damn, that guy's got class. That's mine.
I think
That's
you do
tie.
the. You think
Yeah.
you do the pussy getting knot?
No, yeah. The pussy getting
How'd you guys learn how to tie a tie?
My dead dad taught me.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a contribution. Positive.
high school basketball.
We were going to
We-
rehab for him.
Yeah.
That's
I-
when he taught you.
Yeah.
Is he got to wear a tie to
Well,
read?
he had a court appearance, and he needed me to be a
Yeah.
character witness for him, so he wanted me to wear a tie.
We had a hard ass coach that was like on Fridays, on game days, we would wear suits and ties to school. Like
That's the
think-
best, though.
No, I think that's so stupid.
that's so fucking stupid.
That's
Yeah,
very
high
stupid.
school kid. No.
Yeah, so we
Oh, I
were
think
we
that's
would
cool.
wear suits and ties to, I mean, being like 16 years old wearing a suit and tie to
Yeah.
fucking high school is the dumbest thing.
It's misshapen. It's
Yeah.
ill-fitting,
Yeah.
and you all just look stupid.
We had to go to the men's warehouse in town and get buy one get one free suits.
See, back then, I think like
You go in with a
Yeah.
buddy. One of-
Yeah, I refused to go to like prom fittings alone. I had to
Really?
bring another dude with me.
But we would do the buy one get one free, and they do it so that way you, the individual consumer, would have two suits.
Mhm.
But all of us were just like, I just want one suit. I don't
Yeah.
need two suits.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
two of us would go in.
My
One of us
needs
would
here
buy-
are one suit.
Yeah, one of us would buy the suit. The other one would get it free. We'd square up in the parking lot, and that was that.
Let's see. Can I tell you about my friends at Cars.com?
Mm.
Cars.com is a leading digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car, celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Wherever life takes you next, whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that. Did you
Nope.
just point at me?
No.
Yeah, you did. You pointed at me while I was.
Oh, maybe I did.
Yeah.
It was
okay.
a premature point.
Sorry. It's okay. My bad.
I was It was a validating point. It was like you're killing it, Brandon. Keep going.
Thank you.
I was like I like what you just
Did
said.
you give me a validating point as well?
Yeah.
Thank you. Celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Wherever life takes you next, whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that on Cars.com. Up to 50,000 cars are added daily to Cars.com. You can shop over 2 million cars for 2 million possibilities. Everybody needs a car, right? You know, you got to get around. You got to look good. Whatever you want to be in life. You want to be a Jeep guy. You want to be a truck guy. You want to be a car guy, a convertible guy. Go to Cars.com.
Here's a segue for you from Cars. Are you done?
Not quite.
Okay, keep going.
They might have segues. I don't know.
You
Find your next possibility on Cars.com. Where to next?
Here's a segue. Here's a guy who needs to go to Cars.com and get a new automobile. DeAndre Ayton missed the game.
Oh my God, because he was iced in.
Iced in.
That is so funny.
What the hell?
Hey, wait, the best part is they tried to send a team of people to get it, and they failed.
Yeah.
What went on there?
They all slid off into a ditch, I think.
Okay, but where do the other sons live?
Tragic story out of Portland. 4 team staffers have been killed.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't play for the Suns anymore. Where do the other Blazers live? Who does he play for?
The Blazers.
Blazers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where do the other Blazers live?
I don't know.
I feel like they all live in nice neighborhoods somewhere.
Lake Oswego.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a PR play from DeAndre Ayton's publicist to make it seem like he's just like us? Like he's not, because my understanding of NBA players is that they have a helicopter ready at a moment's notice.
Mm-hmm.
If something
Well,
like
they
this
used to.
happens, they
I think it's a lot
just snap
more
their fingers and they can.
I think he probably took an edible, like probably early, but it's
Yeah.
the lasting effects were like he was like fuck.
Is it possible that Ayton's never been in a position to need to be a grown man in his life and like
Sorry, I do want to hear what you have to say, but Kyle's like, here's my theory. I think he took an edible.
I guarantee
and
you,
he was just like, fuck.
took a noon edible, and it just kept going.
it just didn't wear
He
off
was
like
like,
he.
He was just like, fuck.
I have a question.
Yeah.
they sent people to his house to try and dig him out.
Dig him out?
Or rescue him or something? Did those people not then get stuck at his house, or did they return to the arena without
That's
him?
what I don't think they even got to his house. I think I think they're dead. I think they slid. I think they.
And who's he sending? Like, who are they sending? Like interns?
Oh, the ball boys, yeah, right.
But the problem with the ball boys,
the equipment
is,
managers.
the problem with the ball boys is they also took edibles
Right.
They're probably like
around noon.
like
They
three
were-
21-year-olds showed up, and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not going. Make something up."
That's probably what happened. Is they showed up. The roads were not icy at all.
Yeah.
They were like, DeAndre, the roads aren't icy at all. And he's like, you guys want a hit of this? They're like, yeah, we do.
And then they're
And
all
then
like,
they all got high as fuck with DeAndre.
That could be it. Like he expected a more important person to come get him.
Yeah.
Like he expected the starting shooting guard to come get him, and when that didn't happen, I'm not going.
This is a Tom Sawyer situation where he's like, he wants to see his own funeral. He wants to see how everyone reacts. So he's like, I can't make it to the game just to see who they send. Just how important am I? What do people say about me when I miss the game?
Like you're really testing the limits of everybody's Tom Sawyer knowledge.
I need someone else like now
What?
that he.
That's not.
Well,
That's not
I'm
Tom
a-
Sawyer. That's
he?
what we know about. We know three things about Tom Sawyer. He made a guy paint his own fence.
I got three things. Hold on.
He faked his own death so he could see his own funeral, and he said the N-word a lot.
Okay.
Those are the three things we remember
Okay.
about Tom
Here's
Sawyer.
what I knew about Tom Sawyer. The fence thing, knew that.
Yeah.
Mississippi River and Huckleberry Finn. Those are my 3 points of knowledge about Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, I'm always pictured just like a canoe.
I didn't know the funeral part.
Yeah, isn't that? I mean, now you got me questioning whether.
That's how they wind up on the canoe, right? Because he's dead, and they're like, "Oh, we have to get away from here."
Well, he's dead?
Well, he's viewed as dead in the community.
He faked his death so he could see his own funeral. I thought that was.
Let me look up the story of Tom Sawyer because
Yeah, we need maybe that. Or did Huck Finn fake his own death?
I picture Huck Finn with like the Kool-Aid stain and uncombed hair
Yeah.
and like half naked,
Yeah.
yeah, they're all unkempt.
like a makeshift
All right,
blouse.
here we go. Here's the story of Tom Sawyer.
Spoilers.
A modern day warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve a quiet defense, riding out the day's events, the river. I don't see anything about a funeral. Is this infuriating you right now?
Yeah,
You don't like this at all?
It is infuriating me because I want answers. Damn it! I don't want jokes right now. You bring jokes.
What you
to a
say about his
situation
company
that it's calling for answers.
is what you say about society.
Catch the moon.
Catch the myth, catch the mystery, catch the drift. The world is, love and life are deep. This makes no sense either, to be honest. You're a Rush guy, TJ?
Yeah.
Oh. Is Tim Hitchings a Rush guy?
Yeah.
He seems like it.
Orphan Tom Sawyer lives with his Aunt Polly and his half-brother Sid in the town of St. Petersburg, Missouri.
I don't know any of these
sometimes
people.
In 1840s. She makes him whitewash her fence.
Knew that.
Tom persuades several neighborhood children to trade him small trinkets and treasures for the privilege of doing his own work. Yeah, he got people to pay him
Yeah.
to do the work.
Pretty
that
smart.
we all knew that.
Yeah.
Did you remember that from the story?
Now that you say it, I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing we remember.
But I said that was
using
one
a
thing.
little reverse psychology. Tom falls in love with Becky Thatcher. I think we all did, right? We all did. when
Yeah,
we
sweet
were-
piece of ass. Yeah.
Becky spurns Tom, who accompanies Huckleberry Finn, a vagrant boy whom all the other boys admire, to a graveyard at midnight to perform a ritual intended to heal warts. Now, I don't remember any of
I
that.
got to ask you a question real quick about Becky Thatcher. Were pussies disgusting back then?
No, I think our baseline sensitivity to poor hygiene was very low, so we didn't
Okay.
we didn't know.
All right.
They didn't know.
We didn't have
We-
expectations of a
Right.
clean pussy.
We didn't
Okay.
know what a clean,
Yeah.
perfect pussy was.
I'm not seeing anything about that here on the Wikipedia page.
The pussy or the funeral?
of the Tom Sawyer. I'm trying to find an answer to your question, and I'm not seeing it on the Adventures of Tom Sawyer does not
Describe Becky
cover
Thatcher's
that.
pussy.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
not cover that. Maybe the book does, but the Wikipedia about the book does not. Tom regains her. Yes. Tom sneaks back home one night to observe the commotion, and after a moment of remorse at his loved one's suffering, conceives a plan to appear at his own funeral. The
Okay.
trio carries out the scheme, appearing at church in the middle of their joint funeral service, winning the respect of their classmates for the stunt. Yeah.
I don't think that's how it would go down.
So that's how it happened. Is he faked his death just to see so he could witness his own funeral and see what people are saying about him.
You think if
An age-old fantasy.
if somebody faked their own death when they got found out, people would respect them for their cunning? You think that's how it would
This
end?
happened like in literature. Like an author did this on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah.
The actual author, not in the story, but the author faked his own death.
Her. Yeah.
We covered this story on the show. A guy rode in a helicopter at his own funeral.
Really?
I didn't know
We showed the video. I swear to God, I'm the only one with any sort of memory.
I think
on
you're
this
making
show.
a lot of. Are you?
I'm the only one with any memory on this show.
I think you might be going through some sort of.
He
crisis.
faked his death, then showed up on a helicopter.
He rode a
like
helicopter.
Jeff Probst.
Do you remember the guy who skydived and then died?
That was a woman.
You remember that? story?
104-year-old.
104 years old.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just testing like what we remember.
But that was a woman. That was an old woman.
Okay,
And then we killed her.
you remember that story though?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just testing some stuff here. We played the video of man fakes his own death to see who truly cared about him, surprises his funeral guest by showing up.
Oh, West
The helicopter.
Virginia. That's a
Yeah.
West Virginia news outlet.
Yeah, you don't remember this at all? Do you remember this, Connor?
I
Happened in Belgium.
don't think we showed this.
I don't remember this either.
I don't remember.
We
this.
10 billion. Why would I remember?
I don't know.
We showed the video. We
How many
talked about
shows
it
you
on-
got? How many shows you got?
Yeah, dude, we did this on the Titus show.
Did you?
I did this.
No.
Like TJ. Yeah, we were talking about the Big East race, but I want to pause that for a second. Go ahead and can you play this video that I saw on the internet this morning? Yeah, dude. Like we would do that on the Titus show. Like
My
we
bad.
would get silly on the Titus show. Come on, dude.
I'm going to do some research. I don't think we talked about this, but I'll try. And
Connor, you also
You
don't
stole
think
his
that's
jersey.
my jersey.
I did not steal your jersey.
You stole his jersey.
This
What's
is
the
from
chat
Jack.
saying? What's the chat saying, TJ? Does anybody in the chat remember this?
Yes, we did. This
Yes.
100% happened here.
Of course,
Rundown.
thank you.
Rundown.
Thank you.
Somebody.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh, rundown.
rundown.
Yeah, that'd be the one thing.
Yeah, could have been on the rundown.
We did it on the show.
Which I
We
probably
did it on the
Oh, you're sticking to it.
I've been on 2 rundowns. I remember all the stories we did on the rundowns.
tell me all the stories we did on the rundown.
We did the Patriots lost last night.
Yes, we did.
We did that. We did guy froze his dick off cross country skiing.
Yeah, it's true.
All
All right, that's
yeah.
fine. That's fine. Let's see what else. The Cowboys, McCarthy. Kyle, you had a take a couple of weeks ago that was most quarterbacks are really fucking good, and when anybody says this quarterback's bad, they're holding him to an unreasonable standard. Correct? Am I around that point?
Pretty much. I think that we look at quarterbacks based on their last game.
Do we do the same thing to coaches? Was what I was about to.
I don't know anything about the coaching world. I don't know how much what percentage was McCarthy, what was Dak,
Yeah.
what was the defense.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question either. All I know is they went 12-5. They won their division. Things are good. They win one playoff game. Nothing's a problem. But then they lose. Instead of winning that, they lose. They lose to the Packers in embarrassing fashion, and everybody
That's
assumed
bad.
McCarthy was out. That is bad.
Right, yeah.
That is bad.
When you win,
Yeah,
there's
Good.
not as much calling for your job.
correct.
When you lose the important games, that's when you start to get in trouble.
But it is the absolute snapping of a finger going
Yeah.
from good to get the fuck out is pretty dire, pretty severe.
Yeah, but I don't.
And it's surprising that Jerry Jones could be the voice of reason here. Was like, no, well, I'm not going to panic. Like we all assume he's a panic guy.
I agree with everything you're saying. I just think that that's how it has to be. I think you have to live in a binary scale of like, this is our guy or this is not our guy.
Okay.
I don't think you can be like I don't think Jerry Jones or Cowboys fans or anybody else can have the attitude of like, listen, Mike McCarthy really fucking sucks. We all know it. We
Right.
all know that like he's not the best coach for the job. But like we can't overreact to one game. Like if you have the attitude in the middle ground, you're going nowhere.
Well,
So I do sort of
I think with a program like the Cowboys, absolutely.
I think either keep him or don't, but I don't think you can live in the middle ground where you can say like, so if that's if Jerry Jones is like, listen, I'm not overreacting to one game. McCarthy's a great coach. We want to keep him, and we think we're going to win a Super Bowl with him.
yeah.
That works. If he's not, then fire him. But like having a middle ground where he's like, honestly, I think McCarthy's like the 24th best coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm
not going to do much better.
Who are we going to hire though?
No.
Yeah. Which is like the reasonable way to approach it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it that way.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is it is quite reasonable to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm going to give the guy another chance. On the other side, are you really just about to run back McCarthy and Dak and run it back after they got drilled like that in very very embarrassing fashion? Like, the windows are not big for these teams. They're very 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 tiny. And if you're gonna, I don't know, man, it's a weird spot. I can see keeping him. I can see letting him go. Do you see what the Eagles are doing, Connor?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, okay.
Not a fan of it, but I see it.
They're having Sirianni prove to them that he's got a vision for the future, and to do that, they're asking him to vet and like present coordinator hires that he could make.
Yeah.
So he's having to go out there and say, "Hey, man, you want to come coordinate for me?" And if the guy says yes, he can go back to the Eagles and say, "See, I've got Johnny Johnson over
just
there."
prove that they're in demand.
Right. Yes. Correct.
And
prove
prove
that
that
he's got a
he's-
plan for the
yeah.
future. And if he doesn't do that, they're going to fire him.
Because they know he's only as good as his coordinators.
He's a
which,
coordinator merchant.
Yeah, which, if that's the case, fire him now.
But isn't that probably true of every single coach that's ever coached ever?
No.
I mean, coordinators play a very massive role in any successful organization.
Are we focusing on just pro or college?
All of it.
Nick Saban has plugged in different coordinators all the time. It's still the same.
Nick Saban's
But
coordinators
does it-
this
it's
year
not
were
the
weaker.
same. It's not the same, isn't it? Like, isn't that actually a point for Brandon that like when Nick Saban's at its best is when his coordinators are awesome?
Yeah.
That's
when he had
Bama-
Lane
that's
Kiffin
when
and
Bama has the
Sarkisian, he was
juggernauts.
winning. Tommy Rees this year, they didn't win.
Still made it to
The
play.
one consistent with Bama has been like the recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
They always get the 5 stars,
They always get the best players.
and then when they have the awesome coordinators, they
That-
become the juggernaut.
That's when things go crazy.
unstoppable.
Yeah.
The drop off from last year with Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon to now this year with Brian Johnson at OC and Sean Desai at DC, massive. And the one constant should be you have a head coach in there who has an offensive mind, who should be able to solve these issues that we're seeing offensively, even if it is a bad coordinator and it is a bad scheme. And no matter what happened this year, there was zero improvement. So he's got to go. And he's corny as hell, as I've said. I've seen that video nonstop of him yelling at Chiefs fans after we beat him this year. It's just been cycling over on my Twitter. I want him gone.
Because of that.
But when you
No,
saw
it's-
When it happened,
When it
you-
happened-
I hated it when it happened.
Oh, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You're lying.
I hated it.
You're lying.
I hated it when it happened.
You're a
I-
liar.
I swear I did not like it,
believe
but
it.
I was like, yeah, we're winning, whatever. You move past it.
Did we do that on the show?
No, we never talked about it.
no,
Okay.
we did not. He never said that on the show.
I also hated in the Super Bowl when he was taunting at the Chiefs on the opposing sideline, and Jalen Hurts had to manually
All right,
put.
all right, all right.
Jalen
Up.
Hurts-
Good outing, Connor. Good outing.
Oh, you know,
Good outing.
He got us through the 7th.
You got us through the yeah.
Got us through the 7th.
Middle reliever.
Yeah.
We're putting Connor on a pitch count.
because they asked me about Philly, and then
'cause
say, no,
Connor-
don't talk about Philly too much.
I adore Connor. I love him, but whenever Philly sports get brought up, he has a
Yeah.
tendency to get shellacked.
It can get slippery.
Yeah, and he
You guys poke at me, though. That's the whole point. You want me to say
We
something.
don't. We don't poke at
not
you.
at all.
You want me to say something, and then it's like, oh, okay, that's enough. They poke.
So Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly. This is what they do.
All right, let's get back to talking ball. We got to talk ball. This is mostly sports. It's not mostly silly.
I hope you.
I want to talk football, and I want to talk the story in football. Reba McEntire will sing the national anthem at the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, this is big news. Now
Brandon?
Brandon is anti-Reba McEntire, which has never really sat right with me.
That's a really broad brush.
Her name was Fancy, Brandon.
That's
she's
a really
from-
broad brush.
She
you're
was
painting.
born white trash. Her mom.
Fancy is her name. Yeah,
they
I
named
got
her
it.
Fancy.
Yeah, you know what? She was a whore.
Exactly.
Fancy was a whore.
She had to pull herself up by her bootstraps to get out of.
her two
mom,
biggest songs, by the way.
Brandon, I'm just picturing her to be 100% your alley.
Yeah.
Who, Reba?
Yeah.
What did you? Yeah, you thought she was a whore?
No. Reba's not a whore. Reba's not a whore. And her
Her
two
song
biggest
is
songs of the
about-
90s, her two biggest songs, Fancy, she's a 15-year-old prostitute.
Great song.
And then
That doesn't tug at your
The night
heartstrings?
the lights went out in Georgia, she's a murderer.
That's a great song, dude.
She's a murderer.
Listen to the
So you had
fucking songs.
you had like moral issues.
No, I like Reba, but I don't love Reba. And I think Reba's a little
it speaks to the culture that the Fancy grew up in, dude. That she had no other option.
She's white trash.
She had to turn to prostitution at 15 years
Yeah,
old.
that's
Do you
sad.
Not,
That's
do you not
tragic.
understand how tragic that is?
You
I
you
may-
liked
she
you liked
may have-
Gretchen Wilson.
She may have been born just plain white trash, but Fancy was her name.
Got that.
She's gonna find a way out of this hellhole that circumstance
Yes, I did like
has
that.
put her
Gretchen
in,
Wilson.
Brandon. Circumstance. She didn't
What did
choose
she
this
sing?
life.
Redneck woman.
She was born in the South. Her mom was white trash. She whored her own daughter out.
Yeah.
Named her Fancy. She
These
looked
people
around
are
at
criminals.
15 years old and she said, "I don't want this life. I don't want this life.
I don't want this life.
I don't want this life." Now, a lot of people that are born in those circumstances, they can't do anything about it, Brandon. They're stuck. That's the whole point
She
of the
used
song.
her pussy to get out of
that
it.
all these people that are like, "Hey, Fancy, why don't you just fucking work a little harder? Here, hey, Fancy, here's an idea. Why don't you study harder? Maybe you'll go to Harvard." As it turns out, it's not that fucking easy, Brandon, because society has put her in this position. Her own mother has put her in this position to whore out her 15-year-old daughter. She's having sex with strangers for money at 15 years old, Brandon. This is her life. It's hell. It's hell. Every day she wakes up. She doesn't know who she's going to go to bed
But she
with.
was born just plain white
And
trash.
she finds a way out. She finds a way out, Brandon.
All right.
And you're telling me that's not a story.
All
that
I'm
we should-
saying is I'm just
Amazing.
never been a huge Reba fan. I do like the song Fancy, but
Anyway.
I've never been. And she's going to be singing the national anthem.
Yeah, and Post Malone now is singing "America the Beautiful."
Okay, that one
That's
is.
that's good.
I don't
He's a
listen.
star.
I don't listen to modern music. Is he a singer?
Yes,
Like a
very
singer?
much so.
There's a
It's
lot of
pretty good.
acoustic stuff. It's really
Post
good.
Malone is awesome.
I don't doubt that.
He's awesome.
I don't doubt that. But I always thought, this is just my uneducated. I've never heard him. I thought he was a rapper,
Yeah, he is. You want
but
to?
he's also a singer.
Yeah, he's worth your time. He's also like a cool dude, right? He's
Yeah.
a certified
Yeah,
cool
he's
dude?
like one of like the down to earth cool
Yeah.
celebrity.
Now, what is Jelly Roll?
No idea.
Country musician.
I guess he's in a similar ilk.
He's the
of
Post.
country
He's in
world.
the Post Malone tree, right?
I don't know,
Because
to be honest.
because of the face tattoo.
They-
Is
Well,
that-
because
is that
didn't
weird?
he start as a rapper and turn into a singer too?
No idea.
Or is he always
No idea.
okay?
Don't know Jelly Roll. I know of Jelly Roll. I don't know his.
I know he's always getting like standing ovations and like inspiring.
Jelly Roll. Is,
I
he was a late bloomer for sure, right? Like
He's
that's
almost-
part of the
he's like almost
story. was
40.
like-
think he was in
yeah.
prison.
He had like.
Oh yeah, like he's like anti-fentanyl
Is he? Yeah.
or like an activist.
Now I have a concern for the Super Bowl. We have Reba singing the national anthem. We have Post Malone doing the America the Beautiful. Will this be a moment where Black Twitter makes relentless fun of all of us?
Who's doing halftime? Remind me.
Usher.
Usher.
Okay, that-
Oh
okay,
no, it'll
so-
be focused on Usher.
Okay,
It'll
okay,
be all on
okay,
Usher.
Okay, good.
No, in fact, there will be, like when halftime comes around, there will be like, oh, thank fucking God,
Right,
like, Usher's
yeah.
here to save you.
Yeah. Yeah. But that
Finally.
pregame's going to be rough for us.
Finally, I thought about this though when I saw that Post Malone has been tabbed to sing "America the Beautiful" and Reba the national anthem. How many celebrity roles are there in the Super Bowl? Can you name them all? Like, is there a celebrity coin toss person?
I think right.
Is there?
I
Is
think there
there-
used to be. Now is it just old players?
Are these the only two songs? Do we do like the Canadian national anthem? No. Why would we?
I don't know that we do. No, I think it's just I don't remember doing America.
Lift
the
every
Beautiful
voice
very
and
much.
sing. Andra Day.
Oh yeah, that's the Black national anthem, correct?
Yes.
So what if Reba did that? So three, and then the halftime performer.
There's got to be more. There'll be like
There's
a flag
gotta be,
bearer,
yeah.
a mixer of the Gatorade.
Remember when The
Who's
Rock
the-
just did a
who's-
promo on the field right when the guys were getting ready to kick off?
No.
Yeah, who's doing the WWE promo?
I think the Rams were on the field getting ready to kick off. Yeah. They're getting ready to kick off for the Super Bowl, and The Rock just comes out there and cuts a promo.
I think Kamala Harris is doing it this year, doing the promo, the pregame WWE.
Dude, if they did like political speeches right before the Super Bowl, imagine how mad the country would
Oh
get.
my god.
If Trump were standing there like The Rock is right now, I'd be down for that. Reba once sang the national anthem or sang America the Beautiful at WrestleMania 8 in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. I was there.
Can you name one other singer that did America the Beautiful at the first 10 WrestleManias?
Whitney Houston.
Did not. She did.
But you thought about it.
She did. You're right. I did.
And for that reason, I'm right.
She did the Super Bowl in
The fact that-
'91.
The fact that you had to think about it means I should.
She did the Super
remember.
Bowl
If
in
you had to
'91.
think about it, is it someone like Whitney Houston?
Did-
Aretha Franklin?
That's you. he wins.
No.
She did
Good teamer.
She did WrestleMania 3 in Pontiac Silverdome. Yep.
Michelle Williams did it at WrestleMania 22 in Chicago.
Ray Charles did it.
I was at that one too at WrestleMania 22.
Ray Charles.
I don't
did
know
it.
what the fuck is America the Beautiful. I know the title.
It's the Ray,
Purple
Ray,
Waves of
Ray
Grain.
Charles Sandlot song.
Yeah.
Above the
When the fireworks are going on.
Plain.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, beautiful.
Know it well now.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah.
Talking about America,
That's so
sweet
good.
America. God done set her grace on me.
Keep going.
And crown thy good. What do you do? With brotherhood. From
Oh, above the fruited plain.
that is the best America the Beautiful, right?
I don't think
That one's
second.
way more enjoyable than the
What's the
national
best national anthem you've
Whitney
ever?
Houston.
It's Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
'Cause the only other one that I would throw out is Marvin Gaye at the All-Star game.
That one's also good.
when he's trying to fuck the national anthem.
Yeah. That one takes like 6 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But
and like the music that's playing, the backtrack or whatever they call it, is not even close to the
Right.
national anthem.
it has to
It's just
slow
like-
down and wait for him.
It's just like slow jazz music.
Yeah, Whitney Houston.
I
at
didn't.
the,
I don't know this.
Super Bowl 25, I believe.
I
Giants
doubt
and
we can
Bills.
play it, can
Yeah.
we, TJ?
No, not if it's
Yeah.
NFL.
Chris Stapleton.
Oh, it's NBA
last
though.
year.
It's NBA. It's Marvin Gaye at the NBA All-Star game.
Just try Marvin Gaye
Hey,
at
let me
the
see what it looks like.
give us a taste.
Connor, correct me if I'm wrong. You're not a big music guy.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
If I do listen to stuff, it's most likely country, but otherwise I really don't
Right.
listen to music almost at
Rodrigo.
all.
Oh, we do have a picture of
There
him
we
at
go.
a Drake and Josh concert.
Drake and Josh.
Is that what it
Or
was?
Just,
No, it's just Drake Bell before he had all the legal problems.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just a
you
Drake
went to a
concert.
Drake Bell concert
Because he came to
He
our
was
high school.
funny.
He came to our high school because he got like a couple DUIs and he was trying to make up the money. he lost.
TJ, show Kyle the picture.
And so he was a part of this high school tour, and I was a huge Drake and Josh fan when I was little, so I was
Yeah.
psyched when he came to our high school, and I held up
Did
a
he
sign.
kill it?
No, not really.
This is becoming the guest routine. Whenever we have guests sit on the couch, we're like, all right, now let's go through everything on the show.
Yeah.
Go ahead and show them now the picture of Connor at the.
Uh-huh. And this is us at the yeah, so he went to the picture is I like to see the picture once a week anyway.
Yeah, I haven't seen this.
I could try and refine it.
Oh,
Is
he'll
that-
find it.
Did you watch? Were you too old for Drake and Josh, or were you just?
I was too old to think. I was old enough to be like, that's not that funny for me anymore.
But you were aware of the show,
yeah,
and
big
knew
time,
it was on.
big
Okay,
time.
because for my
He,
pocket. Oh, there it is.
I
Yeah,
think he blew up in Latin America.
he did. Yeah,
There's the picture.
Wait.
I'm the one holding up the
He's the
sign.
one holding
Oh, this is an official concert.
Yeah, and you can go
It's a
ahead and
music
if you'd like, you don't have to. You can go ahead and get up and try to find one other guy.
There are other guys in the picture.
Yeah.
No.
Find one other guy in the picture if you'd like.
Yeah, you can. We've tried. We can't.
He's holding.
He's holding the sign, the Hug Me Brother sign.
Yeah.
There are other guys in the back.
Hug
That
me,
is
brother.
hilarious.
We were down south, Southern
Hug me,
hospitality.
brother. Like,
You let the girls get the front row spots.
That's not what happened at all.
Hug me, brother is
hug
the-
me, brother.
It's the catchphrase
That's
from the show. It's the catchphrase from the show.
That's a CeeLo Green concert.
But I did listen to music on my way back from Philly when I drove out here. So just to keep you in the loop on that.
Why did you?
Do you
Did listen
Because we had this conversation before.
for the
yeah, I
record-
forgot we had it. That's
for the
why I was
record on the drive back on the cross country trip I made.
So there was
I
one.
did listen to music at some point.
There was one 10-hour window of his life he did listen to music, and we need you to know about it.
Because we talked about it before. I thought that's why he brought it up. I don't listen to music a whole lot, and he and I talked once how there was a drive I made to South Carolina one time where I just didn't listen to anything. And
You're
so-
talking about it like you're trying like row or cow tongue.
No.
Do you feel when you listen to any songs? Do you feel like a burst of euphoria?
I do.
Okay.
If I find the
so
right- yeah,
you
if I find
get
the right song.
music, you understand it.
Yeah. I understand it. I understand the hype.
Can we go back to one thing? You said you drove from Philly to South Carolina, correct?
Yeah.
And you listened to nothing the entire way, like not a podcast, just nothingness.
No, on the ride down, because the ride down was always, it felt quicker than the ride back up. On the ride down, I didn't listen to anything. It was just total silence. It was perfect. It was a great day outside.
That's a 10-hour drive.
11, yeah.
Did it get progressively better for you?
Yeah.
10 hours?
Was there never like hour
Eerie
3?
an audio bite.
Hour 3, you didn't say like, oh, let me just see what's on. Nothing?
No. Because usually, like, if I left early in the morning and it was still dark outside, I would put something on just to keep me awake. But I was totally up. It was a gorgeous day. No traffic. I was just on the open road.
Did you set out with the idea to not listen to anything?
No.
Or you just like an hour in, you're like, oh, fuck, the radio's not playing?
Well, no, because usually the way my mind works is like if you hear a song and then it ends, okay, well, that was only like 3 or 4 minutes.
But that's what podcasts are for.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
when I do listen to stuff on my ride back, the longer drive, I put on a podcast. But songs, I'm like,
So the ride down isn't quite long
There
enough.
are times where I will, if I'm doing a road trip, I'll have a bit like I don't know. Tim Woods was just in here. The PMT's doing the Dungeons and Dragons. I love those episodes that they do. And a lot of times I'll put them out in the summer, and I'll be doing like a road trip in the summer somewhere.
Yeah.
And I have a plan for like the podcast I'm going to listen to, and the drive is say 10 hours, and I have 6 hours worth of I will sometimes like start the drive in silence because I'm saving the final push
I've
for
done
the
that
content.
before.
But then you realize, like, man, I've been driving for a while. I should have started the shit a little while ago. But you're saying that's not what happened here, Connor.
no, but I will do stuff like that on the ride back because like the trip's over. Shit, I got to drive another 11 hours.
This is where I don't get it. The drive down is 11 hours. The drive back is 11 and a half.
Yeah.
The drive back, you need music. The drive down, which is 30 minutes shorter, you'd rather just enjoy that.
Totally fine.
All right.
But I will save podcasts that I'm like looking forward to.
Do you fly silently?
No, I usually watch a movie on my phone.
Like Putty from Seinfeld.
He flies silently?
Yeah, that was the thing with him and Elaine. They went on a flight together, and he just stared at the back of the seat in front of him for the entire flight, and she was just going crazy, losing her fucking mind over it.
And that was before smartphone.
You would like Seinfeld. You should check it out. You would think it's funny.
I've watched many Seinfelds, but I've never been grabbed by the show to want to watch them all. But I've watched a lot of the episodes and certainly the classics. But I've probably seen, how many are there? 200? I've probably seen 100 of them. But I've never been like, okay, now I got to watch the next one. I got to see where this goes. So that's not really Seinfeld, though, is it? And I am aware of who David Putty is.
I have a question for KB. How do you become an initials guy? How do you become?
Good question.
Why are you KB and he's not BW and I'm not MT?
Because they don't. First off, KB works. Just
Yeah, like,
phonetically
what is it
works.
about KB that works?
It wasn't. I want to be KB. That was Bauer
Mm-hmm.
throughout college and high
Okay.
school. When you Googled my name, my Twitter came up, and I was working in early intervention with the school system, so I couldn't have that. So alias
Use the initials.
KB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it.
No one in my
But
life.
just in
called
general, I mean, like
MT
KB,
would work.
No, it sounds like
MT would not.
Right, it's like the opposite of full.
That sounds like empty. Yeah.
Empty, like your pants, because you don't have a penis.
Because, huh?
Empty
That's not.
pants, because
But-
there's no dick and balls there.
But I do.
He does.
But the
Yeah,
joke
yeah,
is that you
but
don't.
look-
No, I don't need to
I'll-
see it.
But I.
But the joke would be that
Oh,
you don't.
that you're
without
you're just
genitalia. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
joshing. You're
Yeah.
over there joshing.
Yeah.
Did y'all motherfucker? Did you follow like papal happenings?
Oh, no, I didn't follow papal hat.
I think Pope Francis just concluded one of those like week-long sit-in synods or something. Like women and lay people now have more voting power, I
So
guess.
he came out of this, whatever it was, with ideas of how to.
He made the official declarations, like the
Okay.
church is now more accepting of same-sex unions.
Mm.
The
Yeah.
church is more about its flock than its shepherds. And then he said golf isn't a sport.
Well, he didn't say that.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah.
He came out of this that. All
He
right,
said it's a game.
Which was
we're going to be more accepting of gay marriage
and less accepted.
and
He said no. He said it takes a lot of skill, but it's not a sport. It's a game.
well, fuck, he might be right. I mean, like,
If
is pool a sport? It's a game, right? Golf might be a game.
golf kind of a game, yeah.
Golf kind of is a game.
If you,
Kind of down with this Pope guy.
I mean, if you're dressing up to do it,
Yeah, if you can do it in slacks.
Not only can you do it, you have to. Like they
Right.
mandate that you have to wear
Yeah.
nice shit.
Yeah, if you
it's
have to be
kinda-
tucked in at all
you have
times.
to tuck in your yeah. Well, I guess that's basketball though. They do
Yeah, but they
tuck in
don't.
their jerseys.
They don't.
No, they do. They do.
They
tell
do,
you to
but then it'll be like they'll tuck it in, and the guy at the free throw line will be half-assed and be like, all right, and then he puts it in, and then 3 plays later it's out again.
And then they tell them to tuck it in again. But
Yeah, I guess he's like talk to God. Like it's official.
it's mandated from God. We're on a run of correct me if I'm wrong. Popes stepping down.
We've run through some popes.
in an
Yeah.
unprecedented because my understanding of popism was you die, and then you're no
Wait, so
longer
wait,
Well, JP2 kind of broke the system, right?
And now there are guys that are just like, I'm gonna retire. I want out of the game.
JP2 had a hell of a career, a long career, and then now the other ones can't live up to his legacy.
I did not. I just thought the last few died as well.
No, I know the
Right, or have they not?
one
Am I
one
miss-
definitely stepped away, right?
Was it only one that stepped away?
Didn't
I
he
thought there
get
were
in there
two.
and he's like, no, I ain't. This Pope shit ain't for me. What?
I don't know. I need a list of popes, TJ. Give me the reins of all the popes. In total,
Is
6
the
people
papacy?
have
Is that what it is?
abdicated
I think.
the position.
Uh,
That's too small.
that's okay. What are bank
bank
overdraft
fees?
fees? Okay.
How can Biden?
6 popes have abdicated the position for definite. Benedict the Ninth. He sold the title of pope. That's pretty baller. If he just sold the title of pope,
Sold it.
yeah, that's what it says. Benedict the
That's
Ninth
awesome.
sold, who resigned 3 times, including
bought it?
selling the title.
Did Martin Shkreli buy that?
Wait, segue to sports. Did you guys see the clip? I think it was Chris Long, where the sack system and the stat system is something that you turn in yourself.
Really?
Like players after the game have to turn in their sacks.
Like
and some players will like
a
steal
golfer
other
signing
people's sacks.
Signing a scorecard, they have to be like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I had a half sack today.
Exactly that.
I
And
did.
then it gets deep enough where like players will buy, if maybe it was like half and half, they'll buy a sack from their teammate.
I'd never.
That can't be true.
It just seems
That's
insane.
It doesn't
that
feel
there's
true,
not an
but
official statistician.
I want it to be true. You imagine the negotiations behind the scene for a sack? Did Strahan buy some of his sacks?
yeah,
I think that's what was
Strahan-
said. Like
that's
players will buy sacks from their teammates.
Well, Strahan bought the sack from Favre to set the record, right?
Well, I think he gave it to him for free.
You don't think Favre got anything for that? Favre took a dive.
Favre has never shown a need or a want to just take money for stuff he didn't
That's
do.
true, for unethical
Yeah,
practices.
so I don't really know what we're talking about as far as Brett Favre goes.
So no clarity on Pope stepping down.
Are we on the sack thing or the Pope thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think you're probably right.
I wonder how much the Pope position, I wonder how much he charged in today's money for the Pope position. Had to be millions, right? To be the Pope?
I can imagine.
Be funny if it wasn't. It was just
Is it
Couple
20
$20
bucks? 20 bucks on a roast beef sandwich?
list of popes.
Not real sure why a roast beef sandwich was the first food that came to my mind.
That's fine.
Thank you, Connor. I appreciate it.
Did you have a Rax growing up?
No. What's a
Yeah.
Rax?
So a
Rax.
fast food roast beef sandwich place.
They used to serve Jello. Is that
I
correct?
think they did.
Yeah, Jello and Rax.
How'd you spell it?
RAX.
R-I-X?
Yeah.
Oh,
was it
really?
a-
See, I was spelling it R-A-C-K-S.
Yes, exactly.
Rax. No. TJ, look up Rax for me. They got me curious about Rax. This is pretty much the show. We just say things and then we look it up and then we just Google stuff for people.
Yeah.
That's what mostly sports is.
And do you ever just make things up?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Like the thing with the popes that you just made up?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we do.
Exactly. Yeah.
What was the restaurant that I still got at the cafeteria in Indiana?
MCL.
MCL. Yeah.
But I don't.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Can't find
I,
Rax?
I think if we're going to cafeteria, we would go to Gray Brothers in Mooresville. I think that's where I'm going to take. But MCL gets brought up because
Okay. Gray Brothers in Mooresville?
yeah, Mooresville. Yeah,
I'd go to Gray Brothers.
Yeah, boy,
Is it that good?
it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's really good. You get your tray. It's really good.
Standard cafeteria.
Standard cafeteria.
I'll have that meat and those 3 vegetables.
But like, yeah, and big old slice of pie.
Oh, yeah.
At the end, yeah.
Pecan pie?
I hope it still holds up because
You don't
Boy, that
want
was
it
a
to be
special
okay.
treat. Yeah. Every other birthday, even birthdays, I would. Yeah.
Is that a superstition thing or
No, it was a money thing.
money thing?
So the day after your 8th birthday, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 10 in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
We're
2 years
going
from
back.
now,
We're
we'll go
going
back to
back.
Gray Brothers. Yeah, yeah.
What else you got on the silly sheet here, Connor?
There was a video of a deer scoring a soccer goal, which I
Well,
thought was.
We're gonna need to see that, obviously.
I even wrote it to TJ.
You wrote that Jim Carrey's birthday is today, and Connor.
It was yesterday.
Connor,
It was
shut the
yesterday.
fuck up.
I know it was yesterday.
Connor, you wrote that Jim Carrey's birthday is today, but I happen to know as a Jim Carrey enthusiast that his birthday was yesterday,
I know I messed up on there.
and you still included it on the sheet.
I
His fucking birthday was yesterday.
told you before the show.
Can't
I
do
made a
that,
mistake.
Connor.
I made a mistake.
And you know that too.
You fucking know that.
I know now that you can't be putting misinformation on the sheet like that, and I apologize. But he had a loaded birthday party. Look at all the people on this. All
All right,
comedians.
who can get all these people? I see Jeff Ross.
He's the one who posted the photo.
I see.
Is that Howie? I can't.
That's Howie Mandel.
Craig Robinson.
Craig Robinson's down bottom right.
Bill
yeah.
Burr's above Craig Robinson.
Mhm.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam Sandler got him.
Seth Green.
Is that Seth Green besides Sandler?
That's
Is that Kimmel by Jeff Ross?
Kimmel is in there. Yep.
Is that Key? I can't tell if that's Key or
Is
not.
that who?
Key?
Key? Keegan Michael Key?
I'm so bad at this.
Key and Peele?
I thought Craig Robinson was Bronny James.
That's actually not That's not that far off.
There's somebody lurking in the very back of the picture, left of Kimmel.
Spade.
Yeah.
Who's by? That's the guy from Parks and Rec, by Seth Green. He's Jenny Slate's brother on that show. John Ralphio, right? Isn't that his name on the show?
Schwartzman's his name, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that Schwartzman?
Ben
Or Schwartz?
Ben Schwartz.
I don't know if it's Schwartz or Schwartzman.
That sounds right.
Yeah. All right. Then that's not Key, right to the right of Jeff Ross. I can't tell who that is.
That's Howie Mandel.
No, I thought Howie Mandel was up here in the front.
No.
No.
Well, who's this in the front beside Craig Robinson?
Is that Ari Shafir?
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Just thought it was a cool photo.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it
Job,
actually
Connor.
was. So that
like
did.
that,
That took a couple of
That
minutes.
must have been an exhausting dinner,
Probably.
having all those guys
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think people are trying
Performing.
swallowing. Everybody just swallowing up the oxygen in the room at all
Yeah.
times.
they trying to one up each other
Yeah.
with a joke or something every now and then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun.
You gotta go into a dinner. Is this gonna be a funny dinner? Because then I'm not gonna enjoy my food, but I'm gonna laugh a lot.
Yeah.
The best dinners are when no one's cracking jokes.
Just
Yeah,
everybody's
just
about
locked
food.
in.
Just locked into.
Just
the-
locked into
yeah.
food. Yeah.
Does it transition to jokes at some point, or does it?
You're dead silent and you're eating at every second.
Do you think that group is capable of that? Because if so, that's pretty impressive.
No,
I don't think Howie Mandel can
No,
not.
they're all performers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys in that picture that are accustomed to ordering for the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of guys.
clashes,
a
yeah.
lot of guys that are just like,
Mhm.
you go ahead and sit over there. I'll do all the ordering.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
And then Jim Carrey's
What-
like, no, I'm gonna do the ordering.
There were like 400 appetizers on the table
Yeah,
that nobody
yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, what happens when two order guys clash at a dinner? Because
I
those
don't-
guys,
yeah,
that's like
that's-
part
that's
of
a-
their
that is-
entire personality. That's in.
But I think there's always a natural order where one of the order guys will just he'll know the other order guys.
It's like a game
ahead
of
him.
chicken. Like
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
yeah.
He'll get stared down. It'd be like two lions out in they know which one's the better lion, and I think that the one order guy will take control.
I know where Kyle stands on this because he and I are similarly aligned. So I'm gonna ask you, Brandon. Have you ever been an order guy
I am
outside of your own family? Like you take your family out, of course you're.
no,
then
then I'm not an order
like
guy. I'm not an order guy. When I'm with my family, even extended family or guests, yes, I enjoy being the order guy. But if I were to go out with this room, I don't think I would do the order.
Let's do like it's me, it's you, it's a PFT.
Yeah.
It's who are other people who work here?
If you say Dan, because Dan's the
Well,
biggest.
Dan
order guy.
is the order guy.
He is the order
Dan's
guy.
the order guy.
Yeah.
But
But
Dan goes to dinner by himself and is like, I'm going to order for the table. And the waitress is like, yeah, of course. Yeah, you're the only one
when
here.
we took Mostly Sports out, you and I teamed on the order. We had a huddle, and then we came out with the order for everybody.
No, we didn't. Everybody ordered
The
their own
appetizers
thing.
order, right?
No,
Didn't we?
everybody. What we did was we teamed on the bill, and then you couldn't find your credit card. That's what
Still
happened.
can't.
That's
I don't
what
know where the
happened.
fuck that thing is.
We didn't team on the order. Yeah, but so there's. I'm gonna try it. Fuck it, I'm gonna try it. When we go to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be.
You're going to
order.
be the order guy.
Because
You can't handle
no,
that.
no.
Come on,
In
Mark.
fact, Connor, you got to be there. I need this on social.
You're gonna be the order guy in Vegas.
I'm gonna go to a dinner. Do I get crazy and have it be a dinner where Dan's there?
You're gonna try
And
to out order.
and Dan's like, we're gonna go, and I go, Dan, I got this.
I want you to try.
Yeah, you need to make this.
I want to
goal.
try. I just want to try. I just want to see because I've never even had the inkling to be an order guy.
Dan might legitimately get pissed.
Yeah,
Like
You're,
this,
I know.
trying
I'm
to
not,
think
I
of
can't do it if Dan's
this
there.
fucking guy.
Who would be? But Dan has who is somebody that wouldn't be able to handle? There's order guys who have probably killed and beaten on nights that they didn't get to order.
Yeah.
I
think it's Dan. I think Dan's that guy.
Dan's that guy.
Dan is
Portnoy's an order guy.
Portnoy is definitely an order.
But
guy.
Imagine
he's just-
Portnoy
but
and
he's
Tony Soprano.
who at this company has the least amount of power? Because like it makes sense for Dave and Dan to be order guys.
Yeah.
When they're taking their subordinates out. But who's?
Mintz is an order guy.
Yeah, I could see Mincy.
He's done me well in New Orleans.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
I would.
best
Yeah, that
food
would
I've
make
ever
sense.
had.
That would make sense. Yeah. I've actually never been to dinner with him, but he does seem like he could be.
He's
an
good
order
at
guy.
it. Yeah, that's his thing.
Tommy Alter, who's a guy that some people he does JJ Redick's podcast. He's
Yeah.
like he's one of those Illuminati guys. It's like I used to work with him at the Ringer. He's a big order guy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
I don't know if you
genetic
do.
thing.
Just it's in you to be the order guy.
But he's my example of a guy who's like not running. He's not like the CEO of the company, and yet like when he would go out,
He's still in.
like,
Yeah,
He's like
he's
I know
the
what I'm-
co-host of Reddick, the white.
Yeah,
guy?
yeah, he's the white
Okay,
guy on
yeah.
the Reddit. Well, Reddick's also the white guy on the Reddick podcast.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot.
There's two, as it turns out.
It's Reddick. It's Tommy Alter,
Alter.
JJ, and then like a NBA player who's self-aware about his weaknesses.
Yeah, right,
My welcome to the league moment.
right.
The physicality.
Yeah.
I mean, I got up there with the Poe with Braun.
Yeah. Has a
It's
good-
just a new word.
You watch these guys on
Whereas-
TV. You don't
Yeah,
don't
it's like,
realize.
Wow, these guys.
He also has a good story about the first thing he bought when he got to the NBA. When I first started making NBA money, I went ahead and bought my mom.
First NBA purchase.
Yeah, but Tommy was the booker at the Ringer. He's well connected with the celebs, and I think that's what gives him the confidence. He goes out to dinner.
I
a
respect
lot,
that, yeah.
And he's like, I'll take it from here, fellas. And he orders for the table.
By the way,
Um,
I met our booker this morning. We have a booker here in Chicago
Really?
that books the talent, and I met him, and I'm trying to get in good so we can get some good gifts.
Well, he did a great job this morning.
Yeah, he did. He did good.
Yeah, he
we
killed it.
we
He
booked
killed it.
Kyle through him.
1-for-1.
Yeah.
Good job for the booker. Anything else?
Let's see. Let's make sure we
I
didn't
don't-
leave any meat on the bone here.
Well, it's hard to know what to believe because Connor did fuck up the Jim Carrey birthday
That's
thing.
true.
It
So,
really
like,
did. It was
is any of
yesterday.
this true?
makes us all look stupid. And
Dua-
on the day Kyle was here too. Now he's attached to it.
Dua Lipa and new boyfriend Callum Turner pack on PDA after sushi date in L.A.
Don't like the
Don't-
wording there.
That was just to let everybody know that Dua Lipa was off the market.
She's off the market. Anwar Hadid.
Where's she-
suicidal.
Where's she on your power rankings again, Connor?
Dua Lipa, she's top 5.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know, but
can
she,
I hear?
can't remember the top 5 order. One is Olivia Rodrigo. We
Yeah,
know that.
that's
We
no
all know
doubt.
that. Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney's too.
Are we talking about musicians?
No, we're
or
asking whatever.
anybody?
Anyone.
And again, remind us, what are you ranking them off of? Based off of?
Just based off of how good they are at their
Okay.
jobs.
Okay.
I'd go
Oh, I thought it was
Olivia Rodrigo, Daisy Ridley from Star Wars is there, Amelia Clark from Game of Thrones, Dua Lipa, and Tate McRae. For anybody, who
I know exactly. Yeah,
I think there's been a
she's the
shakeup.
newest star.
There's been a shakeup in the top 5.
Tate McRae is rising up the ranks because she's very good at singing.
We're due for an Olivia Rodrigo upset, though. Olivia Rodrigo.
I don't know about that.
She's been holding on to the number 1 ranking.
She coming through Chicago soon?
Yeah, late March.
Thought I saw that. Yeah.
I
She's
am
the,
to get tickets.
Which one was Daisy Ridley?
Daisy Ridley, which one? She was in Star Wars. She was Rey.
No, you've said she was Rey.
Yeah, she was the main character of the sequel.
The new trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo is getting a little too comfortable at number 1, I think.
I don't
That
know.
was Natalie Portman.
Top 10, probably.
E.T. welcome. Kentucky City beams message into space inviting extraterrestrial visitors.
Didn't we try this in Independence Day and it didn't work?
Here's a question I have for you. Have you seen any other movie involving aliens than Independence Day?
Remember when we sent the
Anytime we talk about aliens, you have an Independence Day reference,
All right.
which is good.
So-
it's timely.
That works.
It works.
Bill
It's just-
Pullman's the president.
It's just that's the only thing you got.
Remember when they sent
Your bag is not deep with aliens.
Dude, come on.
Remember when we sent
Paul.
when we sent the helicopter up there to communicate with the alien ship, and then they were like, open them up, and they're opening up, and then they shot them. So it didn't work. So I think this Kentucky City is just asking for trouble if the Independence Day aliens come back.
Yeah,
No?
but yeah, you're right.
I also saw Men in Black, so I've got those too. But those are friendly aliens. Those aliens are really not hostile. Well, the one is, but most of them are not.
yeah.
Most of them are fine.
Well, maybe that black nice alien.
Yeah, but the thing about Men in Black is the regular people never know the aliens exist. They get to go on about their happy lives because they don't think aliens exist. And it suggests they do know they exist. So that doesn't really fucking work, does it, Mark? Doesn't really work that they would be the Men in Black aliens, does it?
It does actually, because they don't need to know that they exist. They can just put out the beam and say, "Come visit us." They don't need to know. They're not saying, "Come visit us" and come over for dinner. They're just saying, they're saying aliens. If you're looking for a place to set up your shop, do it here, which would stimulate the economy. It would. It would.
It really would,
It
yeah.
undeniably would. If aliens,
Oh.
like say 20,000 aliens
Yeah.
showed up into the town,
Got need hotel rooms. Yeah.
they're going to need a lot, and they're
Yeah.
going to assume. I assume they're going to be bringing in money of their own that they will be spending.
Could revitalize Paducah.
Yeah,
They're really good. I went through Paducah the other day.
Huh.
Paducah. Is that on the far western edge? Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Paducah.
Why is Bowling Green such a prolific name?
I don't
What
know.
does that even mean?
That's where Western Kentucky is, right?
yeah.
And then it's Ohio, and then
Yeah.
even like Manhattan has like Bowling Green.
I don't know where it came
It's
from.
probably some bullshit in England or something.
Some king.
It
Oh,
sounds
it's like
sounds
some-
very
it's like
English.
some, like
Part of their backyard was the bowling green.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then like the early settlers were trying to be classy, and they're like, "We're
Oh,
gonna
this
name
reminds
this
me of a
after-"
bowling green.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why it stuck though.
What's the most?
Popular obscure town name.
Yeah. It's just- yeah,
I've
He's
thought
thought about it.
Yeah.
Maybe and I are. Yeah.
If you look through like a New England map, all of the states will have this a town that's the same name.
What is it?
Yeah, I don't know, but I've done that before.
Yeah.
What's the most what we've done? this.
Pennsylvania has this dumbest name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Santa
Indiana,
Claus.
California,
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Hollywood. I think there's a Hollywood.
Didn't we do this before? What's the most popular county name? I feel like we've done that on our text messages.
You
There's-
might have, and I
like-
said Franklin. I think that was wrong.
There's a bunch of. I think it's Lincoln.
Lincoln.
I think Lincoln. The
Yeah.
Lincoln County is the most popular county name in America.
Okay.
All right, there you go. So we got that. I think that's your show.
Is that the show?
I got to do a.
Oh, there's the
I think
video.
so. Here's the
Okay.
deer scoring a goal. All right.
Oh, okay.
Look at how he celebrates.
That's
Alright.
good.
All right.
Just, we were talking about deer yesterday. The sports.
No
All right.
defense.
So he's definitely just trying to scratch his head, right? His antlers are driving him crazy.
I don't know. Looked like he knew he scored.
Okay.
All right,
shut
that's
it
the
down.
show. Thank you for watching. Thank you to KB for
Yeah, thanks for
coming
having
in.
me,
You're-
guys.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay.
You want to? Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
It's an open door policy. Although the door is literally closed when we do the show, it's open for you. So come on in, and
Would love to.
that's the show. That's the show. See.
You know,
That's how bowl is done.
family.